Hello, welcome back to Chat About It, Don't Chat About It with me, Rachel, the Queen of the Woke, as crowned by one of my haters. Because what could be more woke than being crowned by one of your haters and your annoyingly large forehead, which you have to cover with your fringe? Right, so we are on our way to 500 subscribers. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Help me get there, please. I can't do it without you, so please do help me. We have some Doctor Who news. So I did actually record this yesterday, but then I had to actually pull it because the information that was originally sort of provided was kind of misleading. So let's get into it anyway. So my friend, the Thin King, posted this. Now, the Thin King wasn't the one being misleading here. It just the way the article read originally came along misleading. So hashtag BBC is experimenting with generative AI to promote Doctor Who, creating a human written marketing copy for the show's push notification, email, subject line, and in the promotional rail on BBC search before using generative AI to suggest alternative copy. Okay, and if we just go here to TV Zone. So TV Zone says, just to be clear, this only applies to existing content available on the Hooniverse and iPlayer, nothing to do with the new series going forward. Okay, so with that in mind, let's have a look at the Radio Times article. So BBC is experimenting with generative AI to promote Doctor Who. Then it goes on to talk about season 14, which I think is partly what made it a little bit misleading. But anyway, let's read it. The BBC has announced it will experiment with generative AI for the promotion of Doctor Who. The broadcaster has announced it will be creating a human written marketing copy for a Doctor Who push notification, email subject line, and in the promotional rail on BBC Search before using generative AI to suggest an alternative copy. This will be reviewed and then approved by the BBC's marketing team before being shown to audiences to promote the Hooniverse collection on iPlayer. David Houston, head of media inventory at the BBC, said experimentation is at the heart of how we approach the marketing at the BBC, testing and learning on how we let audiences know what BBC content is most relevant to them. And we know they might love underpins our digital marketing strategy. However, the experimentation is marketing typically requires more time spent on the creative work to make extra assets. Generative AI offers a great opportunity to speed up making the extra assets to get more experiments live for the more content that we are trying to promote. He continued, we're going to take it one step at a time, starting simple and learning as we go. We have chosen to start with Doctor Who as it is a joint content priority for both BBC Public Service UK and BBC Studios marketing teams, and in the future also Disney. I'm just saying that. There's a rich variety of content in the Hooniverse collection on iPlayer to test and learn with, and Doctor Who thematically lends itself to AI, which is a bonus. Sorry, can someone actually explain to me how can Doctor Who thematically lends itself to AI? I might be dumb, but to me, AI is only really as good as the person programming it or the AI program itself. It can't be any better than that. So I'd like to know how that plays into it. The success of the AI generative copy will be measured by click rates, open rates, and post impression conversion rates across each channel. And then it goes on to talk about series 14, which we won't get into because I think that's really what made it confusing. It should have been a bit more clearer. Okay, so they are talking about the Hooniverse, which I think is actually a really dumb title, but that's just my opinion there. I think it's really silly. The Hooniverse, which is from Doctor One, which is William Hartnell, all the way up through till the end of Jodie Whittaker's run, and I'm guessing also the specials. So obviously, they are testing the waters here to see how AI would work, and they've gone with Doctor Who because obviously Doctor Who is a long-running series, so they're going to experiment with that to see how they can make it work. I guess with the how it like lends itself to AI is because there is a lot of content, but then there is also a lot of soaps that have been going on for a long time that you could practice that with. I mean, EastEnders is one of their longest running soaps, right? So you could actually also test it on that potentially. I don't know. But the thing about this is that it does offer some concern because even if they're just practicing with the Hooniverse, awful title, but there we go. If they're just practicing with the Hooniverse, at the moment, once they get to grips with it, this could potentially lead to then actually moving on to the TV series itself and working out what they could replace with AI. And that's a little bit of a concern because obviously jobs now AI, it's going to happen. It is going to infiltrate our jobs 100%. It is going to happen. But how far do we need to let this go? And do people want to see AI advertising? I mean, look at what happened with the Wonka experience with AI advertising. You can make something look so amazing with AI and then go in and you click on it, you go, meh, it's rubbish. So there's also that risk to it. What other risks do you think that could present itself with AI and the promoting of Doctor Who, the Whoniverse, just what's from Doctor One all the way through until the end of the start of Shooty Gatwa, and then potentially like the future series. Is there any positives that we could have with that? I don't know. What do you think? Please make some suggestions below. Do you like it? Do you hate it? Is it going to be useful for us, or is it just going to perhaps potentially ruin something like Doctor Who even more? Who's to say? It's like it's crazy like how fast like AI has actually been improving, and what they're guesstimating 3 years. The last I read from an article, was it 3 years? I can't remember. I have to go and double check that because I wasn't expecting to make a reference to that. But yeah, I think it was something like 3 years. Um, so let me know what you think. Chat about it, don't chat about it. Subscribe to my channel, share this video, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye. Mwah.